Hello, NWOBHM here. Today it's the 12th of June 2024. Quick favour as always, if I can ask that of you, and that's if you wouldn't mind please subscribing to the channel, because that'd be great, big help if you would. Today it's Mendes Prey and the Never Ending Road. Now Mendes Prey, one of the better bands from the good old new wave of British heavy metal days, who unfortunately, again, one of many that didn't get the big break that the talent that they had surely deserved. Now, this band were active around the first half of the 1980s. They put plenty of effort in, but got little back, I guess. Popular live act, particularly locally here in West Yorkshire, where they originated from. But despite all that, there was little to show by way of recorded output. A couple of singles, few tracks appeared on various random compilations, but that proper record deal never was forthcoming for them, unfortunately. And to me at least, and no doubt many others, that's quite a surprise when you look at, or rather listen to, what Mendes Prey were all about. The classy, hard driving numbers, plenty of skill and refinement, lots of hooks and melodies, and some really superb twin guitar work, and an excellent frontman as well. Now, back in, I think it was 2015, Remorse Records over in Greece released an earlier version of this Never Ending Road anthology, covering the band's recordings, say, back from the early 1980s, and that 2015 version is quite hard to find these days. However, no Remorse, top label that they are, they've just a few days ago, I think it was just back in the last month, May, released an updated version of the Never Ending Road. And this version, you can tell the two apart because this updated version's got the blue cover, which the 2015 version doesn't have. And this version's got some unreleased tracks on it. We've got a nice booklet, brief potted history of the band, lyrics, lots of photographs and whatnot. So a nice chunky product. It is stated as being a limited edition CD, but I've not come across any mention of how many that CD run is limited to. And there are some vinyl versions as well that are also limited editions. So you've got a choice. So what we got here, we've got 18 tracks, 17 studio recordings and one live, and each one of them really is a classy effort. Mendes Prey could play. Oh yes. What we got here? Well, we've got like chugging, well-measured riffs and chords. We've got excellent guitar runs from those twin guitars. Nice bass lines up front, solid drumming, and the vocalist was really melodic and powerful, and all in all, it makes for quite a listen. Just one example, on the borderline, that's straightforward, heavy, melodic, catchy, more of that great guitar work. And that's also evidenced on stuff like Red Alert, Running For You, What the Hell's Going On, Lone Survivor, Drifting, and everything else. First class, hard, melodic, twin guitar work. And those guitars really do complement each other very well indeed. It's all so enjoyable. Later on in the band's brief career, around about 1984 I think it was, they did become slightly more commercial. Where one of the guitarists left. They decided not to replace him and continue as a four-piece and just the one guitarist. And they did become a little bit more polished, commercial, radio-friendly, call it what you will. Perhaps that was an attempt to bag that elusive record deal. Who knows? But that it didn't. If that's what it was about, it didn't work. And I guess they just came to, forgive me a slight cliche, they did come to the end of that never-ending road and called it a day around about 1986, I think it was. And so whilst that record deal, which was much deserved in my opinion, didn't materialise, Even some of that more commercial stuff later on, like Can You Believe It, and Listen is enjoyable enough, and does show perhaps a more refined approach to how they approach songwriting. And the final track here, Flight to Moscow, thumping instrumental, which is captured live, nice powerful stuff. As I mentioned, things came to a close for Mendes Prayer in 1986. And as I said, they probably just decided that enough was enough, and the never-ending road did indeed end. But never mind that, because it is a chance to listen to how good Mendes Prayer were. Everything still sounds fresh, 40 odd years later. And if you're not familiar with them, if you think something along the lines, if you're mashed up classic UFO, Thin Lizzy and Wishbone Ash, you might not be too far away from what Mendes Prayer were all about. Properly recommended stuff. Underneath I will put a link to the album on No Remorse, directly from the label. I also found it here in the UK on Plastic Head, so I'll put a link to them underneath as well. But if you look around, I'm sure you'll find it in other places. But don't miss out on it, because this is proper classic, stuff from a new wave of British heavy metal era band that really should have been up there with the best of them. So that's Mendes Prayer, The Never-Ending Road. Please do subscribe to the channel before you go, because that'd be great, big help. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.